Hi there, Simon from simonwoods.com. Here the countdown is on, the presents are being wrapped, the last minute Christmas cards are being dispatched, or at least they should be. That's something for this afternoon. But for the moment, I was reading something the other day that on Christmas Day, it's not uncommon, in fact I think it was the average that someone was saying, 7,000 calories that we eat on Christmas Day. Is that rather a lot? Yes. And I dread to think what it is in units of alcohol. The thing is, I'm not averse to a spot of overindulgence myself, and it is Christmas and it is cold here, so I do need something to keep me warm. But what about if you need something to keep you entertained liquidly, if that's a word, and then you need to go and visit someone else later in the afternoon, and then someone else after that. After all, you are mini Santa with your SUV full of presents. So I've got a wine here which is for people like that who can't sort of neck a million glasses of mulled wine on Christmas Day. It's from Torres, Natureo from Torres, for everyone who would like to enjoy the pleasures of the earth with all of its taste and a minimum of alcohol. I have to say to you that for me, like, low alcohol wines fall into the bracket of things like decaffeinated coffee and low tar cigarettes. If you're going to do them, why don't you have something proper and then not have something? I'd rather have a glass of water. I'd rather have a glass of fruit juice than most of the low alcohol wines I've had in the past. And there are quite a few wines that are appearing in the supermarkets over the last probably 18 months, which are about 9.5% alcohol. I have to say, I'd rather have a small glass of proper wine than something that someone has skimped on. Let's see how it is with this one. From Torres, so nice, pretty good winery. Most of their wines absolutely come up trumps, and made from the Muscatel grape. And Muscat, or Muscatel as it is here, it's a grain that is really good at making low alcohol wines. One of my favourite wines to have with Christmas pudding, Moscato d'Asti from Piemonte in Italy, comes in about 5.5% alcohol. Usually I think I'd rather have a glass of that than most of the low alcohol wines that there are around. But let's have a sniff of this. 0.5% alcohol, so it can't be called wine. I've got a press release here. Thank you very much, Kate. Natureo is a de-alcoholized beverage, so legally it cannot be considered as wine. So it's not low alcohol wine, it's de-alcoholized beverage. Now, isn't that a snappy name? And it does smell nice, fresh and grapey. It does have a bit of that, I mean, I don't know if you can see from there, there is a little bit of, when I shake it around, there are a few bubbles there. There is a bit of a spritz and a sparkle to it. And it does smell clean and grapey. But there's also a slightly weird, not cardboardy, but something that doesn't smell quite right. The way they've done it is something called a spinning cone, which is basically like a big washing machine, and you put the liquid in and you whiz it round, and in a centrifugal, or what is that, centripetal fashion, some of the molecules go one way, some of them stay closer to the middle. The alcohol molecules, you're able to extract them and leave the rest of the wine hopefully intact, or at least that's the theory. First thing I notice is that it is fresh, it is clean, but then it's like it's got a hole in its middle. There's the grapiness, but it's hollow. I always want something to be to maybe even like put a dab of sugar in there just to make it to fill in that gap. But there is something missing from that as a drink. Personally, I mean, when I go places and I'm driving, I'd rather have something like an elderflower cordial than that. That for me is okay. It's certainly not offensive. I wouldn't be offended if people gave me that as a drink. But yeah, elderflower cordial, bottling elderflower, something like that, I find more satisfying as a drink. So Torres, a good try, nearly there, but can you concentrate on making some more of your fabulous other wines and leave the people who do elderflower cordial to do their own stuff? I know you'll probably sell a whole load of this, but at $5.99 a bottle, I'm not sure whether I'll be recommending it.